The McDonald's on Ivory Street is famous. And not in a good way. Oh, look at that guy go! Robberies and other crimes, ha 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 ha, happen there all the time. That's a lot of baseball bats. The staff claim they're never involved. This is a high crime area, what do you expect? But the owner was sure. There was something fishy going on. So he hired a new managing director, Mr. Sneak. He had to figure out the truth. He didn't have to wait long. There was a crime almost immediately. Night's accident. Somebody stole 20 gallons of cola from the warehouse at night. That's a lot of cola. The stockman called Mr. Sneak first thing in the morning. Mr. Sneak questioned the 3 employees. They were on the night shift. I was doing the monthly report in my office, said Alice. I never go to the warehouse anyway. Alright, what about Stan? I was at the register all night. There were lots of customers last night. Alright, dude, chill. I wouldn't have had time to go to the warehouse. Alright, what about Clara? I was flipping burgers. I didn't leave the kitchen. Who stole the cola? The footprints in the warehouse are male. And one pair belongs to the stockman, which means the other belongs to the thief. And the accountant and the cook are both female. They wouldn't leave these kind of footprints. Busted! Stan's lying. He did go to the warehouse. Alright, messy morning. Riddle number 2. Mr. Sneak filed a report and left for an urgent meeting. He came back a few hours later. Uh-oh, some money was missing from the register. The staff said there was a robbery. Yeah, duh. Someone stole the money. Alright, Zoe says, a man in a black mask came up to me. He pointed his gun at me, then he took the money. And shut away. And rushed into the next room. Alright, what about Glenn? He ran past me, heading for the bathroom. He was waving his gun like a madman. That guy does look mad, though. Alright, what about Carl? I saw him. He ran past me and escaped out the back door. Who's lying? Also, that thief needs to get maybe a longer t-shirt. I can see his stomach. Alright, let's see. Who's lying? When Mr. Sneak entered the restaurant, did you see? The back door was locked. So the thief couldn't have gone out that way. which means the janitor is the thief. Mr. Sneak called the police. Man, they came fast. And they arrested the janitor immediately. Alright guys, next one. Another theft. After that, Mr. Sneak went to the warehouse. He took pictures of the shelves. That way, he would know. He would know if something else was missing. Ooh, clever guy. So Mr. Sneak came back later, and some items were gone. He went to the kitchen to question the cooks. Have you taken anything from the warehouse recently? No, we have what we need in the kitchen. We haven't taken anything from the warehouse today. Man, how many people work in this place? Mr. Sneak needed to know what was missing. Gotta check the photos. He went to the warehouse to make a list of the stolen products. Alright guys, what was stolen? Oh, this is hard. Some stuff is moved around, and some stuff is gone. Yep. And that one. Oh, I didn't get that last one. Oh, I didn't get that one either. That was a hard one. Alright guys, blacklist. During the day, Mr. Sneak figured out who stole the goods. He also found out other unpleasant details about different staff members. So he made a list of the people who should be fired as soon as possible. He wanted to show the list to his boss later. He put the list into a folder and left for lunch. What could go wrong? Well, this went wrong. When Mr. Sneak came back, the folder was empty. 3 employees had gone in Mr. Sneak's office while he was away. He questioned all of them. I took your stapler this morning. Mine was broken. So I came to your office to bring it back. I put it on the table, but didn't touch anything else. Alright, cool. A delivery guy brought a box for the boss. So I brought it to your office. That's what I was told to do. What about this girl? I was dusting your office. I cleaned your table too. That's nice of her. But I didn't take the documents. So Mr. Sneak knew something like this might happen. That's why he had a fingerprint kit with him. An old one. Just in case, you know. Time to dust for prints. Mr. Sneak pulled fingerprints from the table. And the fingerprints of all the suspects. So, who stole the list? Man, this is a hard riddle. Alright, check it out. He said that he only touched the stapler. But his fingerprints are on the folder as well. Liar. There are also the cleaning lady's fingerprints. But she was cleaning the table. Sudden attack. Nothing much happened for the rest of the day. But in the evening, the power went out. When it came back on again, one of the visitors was lying on the floor, unconscious. He knew this was gonna happen. Somebody had hit him on the head. And Mr. Sneak called 911. Then he questioned the people near the victim. Homer says, "I was texting my girlfriend." And Rod, "I was looking at the menu." And what about Kylie? "I dropped my wallet. I was trying to feel for it under the table in the darkness." Alright guys, who hit the visitor? Bingo! He couldn't see the menu in the darkness. Whew! At least this crime didn't involve any of the McDonald's employees. Otherwise, Mr. Sneak would have a big mess to clean up. How many cases did you solve? Tell us in the comments.
How are you feeling, Michael?
Everything's fine, sir. More confident than ever.
Is this your first investigation?
Yes, sir.
Well then, you're still young and new. I hope you're determined because this work is hard.
Don't worry, I've done my training and testing.
Just remember, everything that happens in real life is much more dangerous than all those tests. Well, listen to this case.
1. A wealthy lady came to our police station. Someone had stolen her very expensive earrings. The thief ran up and ripped them off her. She claimed she couldn't see the criminal, but she was sure he was long gone. She also added that the earrings were insured. After examining the lady, I figured out that she was lying. How could I prove it? It would be enough to examine her ears to see if she was lying or not.
Her ears were fine. There's no way someone could rip the earrings off and not damage the earlobes. So, she just staged the robbery for the insurance. Anyway, let me tell you another one.
2. My partner Jane was walking near a kindergarten. Parents were picking up their kids. So there were a lot of people around. Suddenly, in the crowd, she saw a crying girl holding a young woman's hand. At first, Jane thought that the child was just whining. But when she looked again, she realized that the woman had kidnapped the child. Check out this photo she took. How did she know? It's a man. I can see the wig and the Adam's apple.
And look, her real mother is standing near the kindergarten. Of course, Jane arrested the kidnapper.
Next case. 3. A little boy's parents told the police that their child was kidnapped from Scouts camp. The police set off in search of the missing boy and soon detained 3 suspects. None of them confessed. Even so, one police officer recognized the kidnapper and soon got the boy back. Look at the photo. How did he do it? he identified the kidnapper by the corner of the kid's comic book cover that was in the kidnapper's pocket.
Moving on to a harder case.
4. Billy woke up in a kidnapper's basement. He had to decide what to do before the kidnapper returned. What does Billy need to do? Walk up the stairs, try and hide, or just call out for help? Try to hide in the basement. When the kidnapper returns, he will see that Billy is gone and will run out to look for him. Billy will have a chance to escape.
Last case from me.
5. It was a hot Sunday afternoon at the San Diego Zoo. The zookeeper was on the lookout because he heard that someone was going to kidnap a rare parrot. Look at the photo. Who is the criminal? Here he is. I saw the bird food fall out of his pocket.
All right, now let me tell you a funny story I heard once.
6. Imagine that you were kidnapped by a witch. You were thrown into a cell with stone walls and a bulletproof door. There is a table with a candle on it, a chair, a bed, and a blanket folded in a corner. Above the bed is a window so small that only your hand fits through. How do you get out of there? Sir, I'll just stop imagining.
Very good, Michael. I've just remembered. There is a man in the police station. We're sure he's a kidnapper, but he refuses to tell us where he's keeping his victim. We think the options are in the city, in the forest, by the river, or in the desert. What do you think?
Sir, I think I know the answer. The kidnapper has traces of sand on his clothes and shoes. He's hiding his victim in the desert.
Right! Let's send a team out there. I think you're ready for this job.
What do you think? Ready to join the worldwide team of riddle solvers? Click the like button and subscribe. It's finally lunchtime. I'm so tired.
I'm starving. While we're waiting, let me tell you a funny riddle I heard yesterday. Check it out.
2 guys try to get a girl's attention and show off their money. The first one sends her a selfie of him standing in front of a private jet. And the second one sends a photo of him flying a jumbo jet. Which one is richer? Oh, my money's on the pilot. Those guys make a lot of money. And the first one probably just works at the airport as a janitor or something.
Yeah, the first guy should be a little more careful.
Speaking of money, listen to this one. A very rich landowner died in his quiet English town. He loved fishing and hunting on his private land. He had 3 sons who arrived to hear his will. The first son was a vegetarian. The second was an animal rights activist. And the third son was a banker. Who got the most of the father's money?
Something tells me that the banker got the most. The other 2 sons didn't approve of their father's lifestyle. I bet they didn't even get along.
Yeah, like bankers need more money. Oh yeah, guess what I read yesterday? Rick was famous in New York for making fake money. For a long time, no one could prove his guilt or catch him red-handed. One day, he went to the opening of a new nightclub It was packed, and instead of normal lights, the club used ultraviolet light to create a futuristic atmosphere. Rick ordered a cocktail and, as usual, paid for it with a fake $20 bill. But this time something went wrong. The bartender detained him and called the police. What happened?
I'm guessing the bartender saw that the bills didn't have a watermark because of the ultraviolet light.
They're always busted for something so simple. But this next guy's worse. Some robbers had just hid from the police and decided to look inside the bags they stole. They were stuffed with cash. There were 4 robbers and only 3 bags. They thought about how to share the bags equally, but they started arguing and were about to have a brawl. Finally, one of them found the only right solution. What did the smart robber suggest?
They should dump out the bags and just divide the money into 4 parts. Duh.
Man, it's time to finish our food and get back to the office. Let's pay the bill. And it's time for a bonus question. Look at the picture and tell me who is richer. Definitely A. You're not allowed to have a phone here, so he probably bribed somebody to be allowed to use it here.
Oh, hi! Welcome to my riddle house. My name's Baldina. I don't really like uninvited guests. Some are smart enough, but some are not. And I have to lock them in my basement. At least for a while. Luckily, the walls there are soundproof. But I'm fair to everyone. Solve my 5 riddles and I'll set you free. Otherwise, you'll have to sit in the basement with all those silly kids, waiting for your parents to come rescue you. Yeah, it's not the best option. You'd better pull yourself together. And listen carefully. Here's my first riddle. Let's start off with something simple, okay? My niece drew this pretty picture for me recently. How many ducklings are there in the picture? The clock is ticking. By the way, I got this watch from a girl that didn't solve this easy riddle. She didn't want to go to the basement. I took her watch and gave her a second chance. But she failed the second time as well. How many ducklings are there in the picture? There are 9 ducklings here. The 10th one is a chicken. Take a good look. And now the second riddle. Here are 3 threes. Think carefully and tell me. What's the biggest number you can make using these digits? Tick tock, tick tock! What's the biggest number you can make using these digits? Three to the third power to the third power. Pretty big number. Speaking of big, you want to know some big news? I'm getting married! It's causing all kinds of problems. I've been getting ready for my wedding for 4 months. So much to do. Yesterday, I went to the wedding venue. I saw that all the tables had been rearranged. They didn't even warn me! I'd been planning the seating arrangements for weeks! The manager said it was my fiancé's idea! At first, I wanted to lock the venue staff. Oh no! In my basement forever! But then I had second thoughts. And now I want some advice. Which seating plan is better? Which plan gets more guests at the tables? In this one, the guests can sit at all sides of the tables. In my plan, some parts of the table are blocked. Those deadbeats from the wedding venue were right. They won't be locked in my basement. Not this time. But you might still end up there. So let's continue our quest. Next riddle. I'm so kind. I've even put the riddle up on the board. So, what's the answer? One riddle to go. Feeling lucky? Are you ready to solve it? Then listen. I love different kinds of rulers, erasers, pencils, and all that stuff. It's a family thing, don't ask. So here's my famous family riddle. Can you solve it? If 3 rubbers are 12, then 1 rubber is 4. Then the rulers are 6. Did you see the sign? Then you know that a pencil is 5. Now you can see the answer. 8. I was planning to test you a little bit more. But my fiancé is calling me! He wants to go out. I've got no time to waste! I have to run to the beauty salon. Get my hair and makeup done, you know? Lucky you, you may go. But never come back again! Ever! Got that?!
Mr. Bold is a billionaire. He's going on vacation tomorrow, but he still doesn't know where to go. The thing is, he's been pretty much everywhere, from the Sahara to the North Pole. And now it seems he's run out of options. He calls his friend to ask for advice and gets a really weird suggestion. Friend,
Go to Dye Ville. It's a small town in the middle of nowhere where ordinary people live among zombies, vampires, and other creatures.
Mr. Bold doesn't believe in any of that, but decides to go there anyway, just for fun. GPS doesn't work and no cell reception. Welcome to Dye Ville. Mr. Bold immediately realized that his friend was speaking the truth. He feels a chill running up his spine. Don't panic, mister. Go find a place to stay for the night. 1. Shady landlords. There are no hotels in Dye Ville, so Mr. Bold has to rent a place from a local. He finds 4 options. All these landlords live alone and are ready to share their houses with him. But of course, it's better to live with a human than a hungry zombie, right? So choose wisely, Mr. Bold. A. Vanessa. B. Stan. C. Billy. D. Gloria. So, which place is safe to live in? Answer. A. Creepy red liquid. She's a vampire. C. Why is he hiding his left arm? Because he doesn't have it anymore. Hey, lost something, Mr. Zombie? D. Why does she need 2 bathrobes? 2 options. She's hiding a werewolf in her house, or she herself is a werewolf and needs the big bathrobe when she transforms. Anyway, it's better not to rent a room in her house. Choose B. Stan's house is messy, but at least Mr. Bold can be sure he'll still be human when he wakes up tomorrow. 2. Careful search. Mr. Bold's suite is an entire floor with a kitchen, bathroom, and 2 rooms. Not bad. Trouble is, there are ghosts in the house. Mr. Bold calls the local ghost hunters, and they immediately come to the house. They have to find all the ghosts and catch them. 1. They're all switched off. There can't be any steam here. It's a ghost. 2. Hey, get out of there. 3. Gotcha! 4. Are you playing hide and seek? 3. Cunning pizza guy. We're done with ghosts, and now Mr. Bold is hungry. He orders a pizza and sits down on the couch to wait. 30 minutes later, he hears the doorbell. Mr. Bold remembers Stan's words.
This house is well equipped to protect you from all kinds of creatures. The important thing is to figure out who or what is going to attack you.
So he's in no rush to open the door. Who is it? It's the pizza guy. May I come in? Which creature is behind the door? Answer. Why is he asking permission to come in? It's totally unnecessary. He can just give Mr. Bold the pizza and take the money without going in. He's a hungry vampire. And Mr. Bold looks delicious. Vampires can't enter a house without permission. Mr. Bold takes the garlic and opens the door. Victory. 4. Dye Ville in all its glory. Now, Mr. Bold's ready for some sightseeing and goes out of the house. He's got his weapons, but he's still got to stay alert and spot all the creatures around him. First up, let's go to Main Street. How many vampires are there? Vampire bite. That's not cola in there. Fangs. Pointed ears and red eyes. Now, let's take a stroll in the local park. Oh, look. Zombies also like to breathe fresh air. Well, not exactly breathe. Never mind. How many zombies can you spot? He doesn't feel any pain. She's sewing up her finger. Yummy. He's lost his eyes. Let's move on to the mall. It seems that vampires really like shopping. How many vampires are there? No reflection. It's her husband. He just fell asleep while the wife was trying on clothes. Are you afraid of the sun? No shadow. There's just time to stop in at the supermarket. So, how many zombies can we see here? He lost his hand and put it in his basket. I see you. Not the best place to hide. It looks like someone's having a delicious dinner today. Hey, where's the rest of your body? 5. Smart or stupid? What's going on here? It seems that those zombies have chosen Mr. Bold for their lunch. Quick, take your chainsaw. Oh no, it won't start. The zombies catch Mr. Bold and take him to their house. They want to eat his brains, but before that, They want to check whether he is smart or stupid. The thing is that stupid brains taste delicious, while smart ones are tough as rubber. The zombies give Mr. Bold a task. If he solves it, they'll let him free untouched. If he fails, they'll enjoy his delicious stupid brains. Solve the riddle or say goodbye to your brains, Mr. Bold. Answer. The word January consists of 7 letters. Add 7. And it's the first month of the year, so add 1. And so on with the rest of the months. So April is 54. Solved. Zombies aren't interested in Mr. Bold anymore. Phew! That's enough adventure for a lifetime. Mr. Bold packs up his stuff and goes home. Best vacation ever.
Old Mr. Drew's house was deep in an abandoned garden and looked scary. Nobody wanted to go near it. The neighbors didn't know if the old man was even alive. No one had seen him for many years, and people said the house was haunted. Every year on Halloween, the old man's house was transformed. No one knew why this was happening. The guys living in the neighborhood tried to get into the house, but they failed every time. Today, Tom told his sister Tina that he would reveal the secret of the old house. She went along with him to make sure he didn't cheat. Ouch! Enough, Tommy! Okay, you're brave and clever, but let's go home. No one wanted you here, coward. You came by yourself, so let's keep going. Or are you too chicken? He grabbed Tina by the arm, took a step, and fell into the ground, dragging her with him. It's an underground passage. It might lead us into the house. The dirt tunnel led into a huge basement. An old, skinny man sat in a corner, wrapped in a blanket, warming himself on a small stove. Oh, finally! I've been waiting for you for so long! Help me, and you can return home! What do we have to do? Riddles! Do you like riddles? Look into the fire! 1. The mysterious address. Nick didn't like Halloween, but his sister Mary did. She was out the whole day and came back in the evening with her new friend. This is Daphne, she told her parents. Can we play together? Her mother didn't mind. Mary's mother asked Daphne where she lives, and she gave this address. 37 Autumn Street. Mary was allowed to go with her, but Nick soon realized his sister was in danger. He ran out of the house and chased after them. Why? Well, what do you say? Tommy, no one lives at this address. Look, it's abandoned and up for sale. So Daphne and her parents are undead. Oh, yuck. Don't like non-living creatures? Then why do you like Halloween? Here's a riddle, especially for you. 2. Fun Halloween. 1. How many witches are on holiday? And how many zombies? where is Sue? And who's Jack? Alex bought a candy and got lost. Find his parents.
You're doing pretty well, but there's still a lot of interesting things ahead. Welcome to the darkest part of your adventures.
3. Find a way out. You're in a cave with 3 exits. Want to escape? The first is littered with pumpkins and a poisonous green mist. The second is blocked by a deadly fence with a lot of bones near it. The third exit has some creepy black tentacles. Where will you go? This passage is poisonous. There's definitely a monster down there. The tentacles are fake. Let's go.
One of your friends is not doing so well right now. Want to help him?
4. The Sinister Clown. Pete came home early from vacation. He left before his friends because he was so afraid of a creepy clown. The clown kept changing his looks and had a high-pitched scream. Pete collapsed on the couch and closed his eyes. Suddenly, the same clown attacked him from behind. Pete screamed, jumped off his couch, and ran, but the clown followed him everywhere he went. He ran faster than he had ever run in his entire life. But the clown kept popping up in front of him. Finally, the clown dragged Pete into the attic and pressed him against the wall. What should Pete do? I know. He needs to wake up. Come on, Pete, wake up!
Thank you, my friends. For many years, I've transformed this house on Halloween. I was waiting for people like you, stubborn, curious, fearless. And now, finally, I'm free!
Scientists and astronauts are applying for a trip to Mars. There's Mars right there. Lana, Mike, and Paul are the best candidates. They're all clever and brave and will definitely reach Mars. They'll do whatever it takes to examine Mars, also known as the Red Planet. We're finally looking down at the Earth from space. Yeah, that's amazing. Let's go dominate on another planet now. Woot woot! Next stop, Mars. Paul couldn't remember where to land. Not a great start. How are you that forgetful? We all remember. Oy, poor guy. Alright, I'll make it easy for you. We must land on the... Hey, pay attention, Paul! Stunningly odd unicorn-like terrain hill. What the heck do you mean, Lana? It's a riddle, bro. Solve it. Nice, dude. So, where should they land on Mars? We gotta help them, guys. Take a look at the yellow letters. South. Alright, the three friends went for a snack. Mike was a fan of jokes and riddles. Yes, even in space. Their meal was way too boring. And Mike wanted to cheer them up a bit. Lana, Paul, riddle me this. A scarf, a carrot, and a couple of sticks are lying together in a field. Why? They're just enjoying the sunshine? Nice try, but no. A scarf, a carrot, and a couple of sticks are lying together on a sidewalk. Why? They're what's left of a melted snowman. Good riddle, bro. Nice! You actually tricked me. I'm impressed. Suddenly, their onboard computer lit up. 3 new messages. Alright, back to work, guys. No one has any idea what they say. Let me see. I think it's not from Earth. What on earth is that? After a few hours, they figured out everything. Except for one word. Serious spaceship fumes. This one means serious atmosphere particles. And this one means dangerous liquid fumes. What would the word Sondor mean? You guys should pause the video for this one. I needed like 2 or 3 minutes to figure it out. The answer is spaceship. Look closer and figure out by exception in each sentence. I think it's a warning, but who sent it? Aliens? Really? Well, either way, we have to be careful on Mars. First things first, we need to look out for meteorites. There's nothing to look for. Meteorites! Oh no! Guys, how are we gonna get out of this one? What's the best way to survive a meteorite attack? They can use safety shields? Or they can shoot at each meteorite. That works on Star Trek. Or they can just go back to Earth. So what's the best way? If they shoot at them, they might hit a few. But the rest would still destroy the spaceship. Man, that's graphic. Even if they turn and flee back to Earth, the meteorites would still catch up with them. Their spaceship isn't that fast. So, safety shields are their best option. Good things they have safety shields. Alright guys, we did it! But our sensors are down. Something's wrong with the ship's hull. Time for a spacewalk. We gotta go outside and check for damage. I'll go. Oh, what a brave guy. Alright, here he goes. Whoop. Hey guys. Why is he on an alien ship? What was that? Is everything alright, man? Yes, fine. Problem solved permanently. Great news, Paul! Hey, Mike, give me a hand over here. I need to check something. Why did Mike and Lana handcuff Paul and send him back to Earth? I gave you guys a little clue for that one. Lana noticed Paul's hair and the weird way that he spoke. It was an alien. Paul must have been kidnapped. Alright, Mike. We gotta land on Mars. But there's just 2 of them. Look for Paul and try to find out more about these aliens. Let's go!